folks, welcome back to Calder Golf Club. Nick Gardner here for week 3 of my winter coaching videos. This week we're going to be focusing on improving the basics and fundamentals when it comes to our irons. Let's take a look. Okay folks, so this week we're looking at iron play. I've got a 7 iron in my hand currently, and the biggest difference between iron play and what we've looked at previously with the driver and the 3-wood is actually trying to hit more down on the ball. So to do this we need to make a couple of changes in our setup. Firstly, ball position has to change. What we're going to do is get the ball a little bit more central in our stance. So I've got the alignment stick set up here, and all I'm going to do is take even steps with my left foot and right foot, which leaves the ball in the middle of my stance now. That's going to help me get a little bit steeper into the back of the ball, hit down on it and get a little bit more compression. The other thing you'll notice when I've set up here is that my hands are actually leaning slightly ahead of the ball, and that actually encourages the shaft to lean forward towards my left side. Again, this is just going to help us get a little bit steeper into the back of the ball and compress it like we want to with an iron. So that's the two biggest factors I would see that's going to help us get a little bit more down on top of the ball and create a better strike with our irons. The other thing, guys, is weight distribution. Something that I really don't like to see with iron play is someone that's leaning back, trying to lift the ball in the air. It's going to be very difficult to get good strikes with their irons when we're doing that. If anything, I have a slight preference towards actually leaning a little bit more weight on our left side so that we can get down back into the ball. Okay, so just go over that quickly, guys. It's not a difficult one. All we're going to do is try and get the ball position a little bit more central. So we're going to go even steps, about shoulder width apart, and make sure the hands are leaning a little bit ahead of the ball. Something that's really useful for practicing to try and get this compression is actually just to make some nice slow swings and return into impact with the hands forward. One of the biggest faults that I see with people that struggle with their irons is actually getting a little bit flippy as they approach impact. So basically, as they approach the ball, the club head starts to overtake their hand, so it works more this way and we almost scoop at the ball. From there it's really difficult to get any compression, and we're probably going to lose some distance as well. So if you guys can practice just making some nice slow swings and returning the hands forward at impact and then through. Okay guys, let's hit a couple of shots and see how we go on. Okay folks, so I've got 2 alignment sticks set up here. This one here for my ball position, and this one here is for my alignment. So they've got this one here set up parallel to my target line. That's just going to help me, and it's something you can do when you're practicing just to make sure that your alignment's good. I would recommend, if you are doing it though, that you change the targets frequently so you don't get into that setup where you're just doing it all the time. So focus here guys, ball position, nice and central. So take even steps with my left foot and right foot, and all I'm going to focus on is trying to get my hands ahead at impact. So I'm going to make that nice slow reverse swing, pausing at impact, trying to get my hands ahead of the club head. See if we can get a nice compressed strike. Oh, we managed it there. Nice strike. You can see here guys, a good indication for you if the divot's after the ball. Don't want it being too steep, still want a nice shallow divot. What I'm going to do guys is hit one with a longer iron, just to show a little bit of the difference that we might make to our setup. So when it comes to long irons, we need to move the ball position a fraction further forward. So for those that I was hitting there with the 7 iron, the ball position was in the middle. As we move up towards 6, 5 and 4, just nudge the ball position a little bit towards our left foot. So it's really easy to do that guys. Again, get the feet together, take a little bit of a smaller step with our left foot, bigger step with the right foot. Again, just more than shoulder width, absolutely fine for these strikes. And we're going to practice the exact same thing. So slow reverse swing, shaft leaning forward a little bit impact, hands ahead. Let's give it a go. And what you can see there guys is there wasn't quite as much compression, it's a little bit shallower. I'm fine with that when it comes to the longer irons. Don't need to take anywhere near as much of a divot as what I would like when it's with the 7, 8, 9 iron for example. So guys, give that a try, work on your ball position and work on trying to get the hands ahead at impact to create that compression. I'll catch you next week guys, we're working on wedges, we'll see you then.